Subscribe and hit the bell icon to never miss another update from India Forums.
Payal called me a terrorist, used the T word, I don't know if I can say terrorist, but yeah, accused a whole religion that spans the entire world of, being a religion of the T word. Even when Karan came and he told me कि तेरी बहन होती तो तू क्या करता? मैं तो उसके हाथ पैर तोड़ देता. I said, of course, मैं भी हाथ पैर तोड़ देता उसके. But if my sister is saying such things, I would have slapped her first and I would have told my parents कि what the hell is wrong with this? When did she become such a gutter mouth?
Zeeshan Khan recently got evicted from the show Lockup for his violent actions in the show, and we chatted with him about the same. Let's hear what he says. Talking about the fiasco, Zeeshan, can you tell us in detail what exactly happened between you and Azma?
I realized that when I just entered the show, Azma and I were on good terms. Everything was good, but then slowly I started realizing Asma had no game. Asma's only game was to target other people, and talk dirty, talk say the filthiest things about them, and provoke them, and that's how she would take the game forward. She tried that with me in the first week when she threw my shoes into the Kala Pani. I reacted on that, and it was done and dusted over there. As long as the attacks were on me, I knew how to handle it, and how to take care of it, and not. I knew how to play my. I knew the way I wanted to play my game. But from the second week onwards, the attacks became a little more personal. And they became so filthy that honestly, for a person to listen to it day and night, as soon as you wake up, through the course of the day, till the time I finally shut my eyes and go to sleep. So and the attacks were really, for another girl, or she's actually not a girl or a kid, she's a grown woman, who just has an innocent face but isn't innocent. वो कहते हैं ना, sheep in wolf's clothing. No, wolf in sheep's clothing. What is it? Wolf in sheep's clothing. वो है वो. So I realized that वो कोई भी level तक गिर सकती है, just to be noticed, just to be seen. As long as the attacks were personal, मेरे पे हुए, वंदना पे हुए, it was all good. It was all good. I took it in the spirit of the game and everything. They got disgusting and more vile with each passing day. जहाँ पे people who were not in the house, जो मेरी family थे उस पे हो गए. She would tell me कि तेरी girlfriend जाके बाहर producers और directors के साथ सोती है. She used the word सिफारिश in a way, obviously एक context जिसमें बोला जाता है. That is what matters. तो उसने obviously she said it in a way where she was trying to insinuate that my girlfriend is sleeping around with producers and directors to get work for me. My mom, who was sick when I left her outside, obviously she had some complications and all, because of which she took her first dose of vaccine this year in the beginning. So she told me कि जब तू बाहर जाएगा तेरे माँ बाप मरे हुए हो गए. To hear such a statement in a place where we don't have any connection to the outside world, it destroys your brain, your heart, everything in you. I still took it. She would tell me कि तेरे माँ बाप आते हैं, मेरे माँ बाप के पैर छूते हैं और भीख मांग के खाना मांगते हैं. That's a very disgusting thing, for lack of a better word. I would just call it downright cheap thing to say. और ये सब अगर कहा गया है मुझे तो it wasn't once, twice, thrice. It was over the span of 2 weeks in a place where a day seems like a month and a week seems like a year. I would listen to this on a loop for 2 weeks continuous, and then जो मेरा reaction आया वो आया. I'm not saying that it was right. Yes, it was a moment of weakness, but I'm also human. I am not God's messiah or a robot that I'm supposed to be perfect. I'm a human. I make mistakes and I learn from those mistakes, which when pointed out to me, I did accept it. I was told you need to apologize for it. I did not hesitate once also in that apology. In fact, when I was apologizing, people were mocking me. Payal, Shivam, all of these guys were mocking me. I still took it because I knew that what I had done was a little extreme, and I shouldn't have done that. And it was my moment of weakness. I will make up for it, and I will take whatever punishment has to come my way. But then the next day, even the next day when she started off mouthing off at me, I was like, you know what? I've already lost my cool once, and I'm gonna learn from that mistake and not repeat it. I did not react to any of the stuff she told me next day. Next day, Shivam again told me कि तेरी माँ को जाके पूछ उसका तेरा असली बाप कौन है? Like, are you freaking kidding me? From coming from someone who says that I love my parents so much. जब मौका आया था, when I had the chance to put him in the jolgar, I had promised him that if I get that video card, or like family video thing, I will give it to you because I know you've been missing your parents. My word, I will give it to you, and I would have done that. And obviously, I was very happy when he met his parents. So for someone who loves his parents so much to talk such, say make such statements about someone else's parents over a thing that I told him, "Ke boss, you don't even listen to what your father has told you." And I said that for his own good. The dude, KV is using you. You can play a better game. Listen to your father. You don't even listen to your father. You don't understand what is going on. To that, if I had to listen to such a statement, I still did not react on it because I learned from my mistakes. But that's what, like, this whole feminism angle that has been put on me. We live in a world of equality, not in a world of feminist superiority. Right. And this convenient feminism and this fake feminism, I think people are too smart for that. This is 2022, people are too smart for that, because if you're trying to put that angle on me, yes, my actions were a little extreme, and I'm sorry for that. I stand by what I said. I stand by the apology that I made, and I'm not taking anything away from it. Neither am I trying to defend that. Having said that, I also took a stand for two women, two of the most important women in my life. One who has given birth to me. The second I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. And they were not present in the house to defend themselves. And listening to all of this over a span of 2 weeks, a normal person in the real world would listen to it 4 to 5 times and then react. I took it with a pinch of salt for 2 weeks, cried alone. Munawar has held my hand, Ali has held me tight, and they have consoled me. I've cried alone, I've done everything possible. After which I reacted. So I also was standing for two women, not for me. So you cannot put this feminist angle on me, because we're too smart for that now.
Kangna Ranaut too stood up for Azma and stated that violence against women is wrong. What do you have to say on this?
I agree with her. Any sort of violence against women is wrong, and that is the reason why I did not try to defend what I did. I said that what I did happened because I became weak in that moment. Of course, I'm also human. I make mistakes, and I apologize for it. And they told me to do Uttak Baitak 50 times, mocked me. I still did it. Had they told me, you know what, 50 is not enough. We wanted 100 more, 200 more, I would have done it, because I knew that I made a mistake. After that, had they even put me in solitary or Kala Pani for the rest of the game, I would have taken it, because I knew I made a mistake. But having said that, yes, what she said was right. It's not allowed. But because of that, a lot of people have been putting, like, this whole fake feminist thing on me. Yo, I did not stand for myself. Had I done it, had I done this, if she said something to me, makes sense. You put that angle on me, it does make sense. I stood up for two women who couldn't stand up for themselves. So I don't understand that how do you, being a woman, you can talk such things about another woman. Even when Karan came and he told me कि तेरी बहन होती तो तू क्या करता, मैं तो उसके हाथ पैर तोड़ देता. I said, of course, मैं भी हाथ पैर तोड़ देता उसके. But if my sister is saying such things, I would have slapped her first, and I would have told my parents, ke, what the hell is wrong with this? When did she become such a gutter mouth? Is this what we have taught her? Because this is we The reason why, we as Indians are proud of our heritage and everything is because we have sanskar, we have respect for people, things that, other countries don't have. They have, of course, they have their own way of respecting this, that, but for us, we are proud of the fact that the way we respect people is far more superior than the way they do it. So, in all of this, if you are doing such a pathetic thing, such a cheap thing, saying such cheap things, what reaction do you expect over a span of 2 weeks? So my only thing is that even when Payal called me a terrorist, spat on me, used the T word. I don't know if I can say terrorist, but yeah, when Payal called me the T word, accused a whole religion that spans the entire world of, being a religion of the T word. There was no apology for that. And even when Payal came and apologized to me personally, I said, you know what? I knew it was for a task and it was all fake. I still forgave her and I said, if personally I am no one to forgive you, if you want my personal thing, I forgive you. I'm ready to leave it in the past. You need to ask God for forgiveness. He's the one who decides whether he wants to forgive you or no. You want my personal forgiveness? Here it is. I'm keeping it in the past. Let's turn a new page. Let's start it in a fresh way. But when time came, when I had a moment of weakness, even after apologizing, uh, no one let me redeem myself. No one was ready to, forgive me or give me that one chance that I gave to people. So yeah, I'm just kind of disappointed in that. But other than that, it doesn't matter because when I came out with the amount of love that I got from people, it far outweighed the hate. And I was glad to know that, there are people who see the truth, who know, who have right values. And then there are people who are, just angry because of one certain thing, haven't understood something properly. So ठीक है, I hope after seeing this, they also realize, now that they know my side of the story, they might understand why I did this. Again, I'm sorry for what I did. It was a little extreme, but as a human, taking that crap for 2 weeks, it did happen. At that time also, I stood for two women, not for me.
Zeeshan, Karan, even though bashed Azma, but still went ahead to call you out against whatever happened between the two of you. इस पर क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
Of course, because see, that's what I was saying. The way the clips were played, even the succession of the clips, when we saw it the first time, the chronology, or the whole cycle, the timing of the clips was intertwined. What happened in the end was showed first, and what happened in the beginning was showed at the end. So if you show it in the proper way and with the proper provocation, with the entire video, you cannot pick and pinpoint. If I hold on to a word and I don't understand why that person has said that, obviously that person is going to look wrong. So if you show the entire thing, maybe then you'll understand, who's in the wrong, who's in the right. Of course, my actions were a little extreme and I said sorry for that. I apologized for that and I was ready to apologize even more and redeem myself. Unfortunately, I was not given the chance. But again, having said that, I I I still made it a point that try to explain Karan everything, and Karan did agree to a point when I told him the sister and the I would have taken her to our parents and said all of that. He agreed to that point, but then again, in the way the clips were shown, he was also angry at that time, and maybe he couldn't see reason. So I give him that benefit of doubt because after I came out, he spoke to me. He told me that you were playing a really good game. Just one small moment of weakness has cost you so much. You should have just controlled it. You should have been a stronger person. You should have taken it. And yes, what he said was right. I should have, but obviously I'm human.
What do you think on this entire incident being given a feminism angle?
Uh, I just want to ask people, number one, put yourself in my position. If someone is saying such cheap things about your parents, your sister, your loved ones, what would you do? What would you do? You would take it once, twice, thrice, and words like they're sleeping around with people for work. You'll find them dead. They come and touch your parents' feet, my parents' feet, and beg for food. When such things have been said, have things like अपनी माँ को जाके पूछ तेरा असली बाप कौन है. When such things are said, you will take it once, twice, thrice, 4 times. After that, you will react. I took it for 2 weeks. Break that into hours, days, minutes. You'll understand what I went through on a daily basis. Other than that, this whole fake feminism thing that they've been putting on me, I did not stand up for myself. As long as the attacks were personal and on me, I took it in the spirit of the game. When they came on to my girlfriend and my mother is when I reacted. For two women who mean the world to me. One has given birth to me, the other one I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. So, if attacks on them and they're not there to defend themselves, that is when I spoke up. That is when I, try to defend them. So, I don't understand. As a man, what am I supposed to do? Am I not supposed to stand for women? Because obviously, we have been told that as men, you should stand up for women. I stood up for the two important women in my life. So how can you call me? You won't see that another woman is talking crap about another woman. That's okay. If women, when women go through mental abuse, verbal abuse, we address that issue and we're like, how dare someone put them through that? So just because I'm a man, just because I'm expected to be strong, doesn't mean that I can go through mental abuse and verbal abuse and it's all okay. So why? We live in a world of equality, not feminist superiority.
When you came outside the show, what was Reyna's reaction on the entire incident?
The first thing when I called her up, she was worried for me. She was like, what happened? Are you okay? Is everything fine? I was like, yeah, babe, because I was very low when I came out. I was very low because I couldn't understand what had happened, why it had happened. And even after apologizing, why wasn't I given a chance? When people were given multiple chances, even after not apologizing for the things or the actions, that had hurt other people. So I was really low, and I was like, babe, I'm like, she was at shoot. I was like, I'm coming over there. I went and I saw her, and the first thing she hugged me, and what she said is like, you know what, I'm proud of you. You played the game very well. I understand what you did was a little extreme. You should have controlled your anger, but it is understandable in a place where you lose your mind every second, and to hear such things. As a normal person, if I put myself in your place, I wouldn't have taken it for a day. You took it for 2 weeks. Yes, your reaction was a little extreme and you should have controlled your anger, but you apologized for it and you tried to work on it. So, and other than that, you played the game so well that in the first week you became the strongest Kaidi, you became Ekta Ma'am's favorite. And trust me, people outside were showering you with so much love. And I was like, I have no clue what was going on outside, but hearing this from you, I just feel lighter now. So I was really happy.
Do you think Azma has been given unnecessary leverage? Not just you. Azma and Prince too have not been on very good terms, and we saw her pass some personal comments on him as well. Do you think this is her strategy?
Yeah, see, she obviously will be given unnecessary leverage because, and I don't blame the makers for it. They have set the show in a way where they want everyone's true self to come out. So if someone is being toxic, they will not stop that person because they want that person. They want to see how low this person will go. How dirty can this person become? So obviously they won't stop. But then there are other people in the house who claim to be friends, family, and all of that. They also don't have like a little bit of sense in them that if someone is going so low, going below the belt, stooping to these levels, you need to stop that person. You need to correct that person. No one in the house was ready to do that. I don't blame the makers because that is the whole point of the show. They want to expose everyone's real self in front of the people. So they did what they had to do. Had this not been a show, obviously they also would have caught hold of Asman and would have been like, what the hell is this coming out of your mouth?
Zeeshan, now that you look back at the entire incident, what do you think of it?
Yes, I think my reaction to her actions was a little extreme. I agree, and I wish I had. I did have the strength to take it for 2 weeks. I wish I had the strength to take it for another 2 or 3 weeks. But again, I'm human. Yes, I did have a moment of weakness because 2 weeks also in that house is a very long time. So I wish I had a little more strength, but yeah, I learned something from it. I learned how to be more patient, and hopefully, what has happened, and because of how it escalated, and the things that have, that the ripple that it has sent out, I don't think any of this thing will happen with anyone else in any reality show ever again, because they will nip it the minute it starts, right, so that it doesn't escalate. So I think in that way, what happened was good for others. I wish I had, if I could change something, I wish I had a little more patience, but well.
Do you think you went wrong with the violent aspect and would you want to change anything?
Yeah, because there was a time where people would rely on their personality, on tasks, on mehnat. They would put in the work, the blood and sweat to win the game. After a while, it moved from that to being toxic. And what people start thinking is that, oh, if I fight, if I behave toxic, if I say bad things and cheap things, that's how they'll keep me in the show. Maybe they will keep you in the show for a while, because obviously they want to see and want to show the audience how low you can stoop and how cheap you can become. But other than that, you immediately pull yourself out of the winner's race, because there's no way you can win by being such a person.
Zeeshan, you've been a part of two reality shows of the same kind now, and personal attacks have been a part of both these shows. What are your views on personal attacks in reality shows?
No, why would it affect my career? Because number one, the first show when I got evicted, uh, people saw that I wasn't in the wrong. Attacks had happened on me first, and then my reaction was to that. In this show also, yes, some people feel that what I did was wrong, and I agree. What I did was wrong and a little extreme, and I apologize for it. But I did not get a chance to redeem myself when people got a chance to redeem, got multiple chances to redeem themselves even without apologizing. And I stood for people who couldn't defend themselves, to women who couldn't defend themselves. So over here also, people see that they've showered me with a lot of love, a lot of respect and everything. And now that they know my side of story, I think a lot of people who thought that I did something wrong would now maybe have a different opinion about it. So I don't think it'll affect my career in any way, because what I did, a normal person cannot do even for a day. I took it for 2 weeks.
If given a chance, would you re enter the show again?
Of course, they made a new trophy, because the previous trophy already had my name engraved on it. So obviously, yes, if given the chance, I know that that trophy is mine. I would love to enter the show again and be the person who I am.
What is that one message you would like to give to everyone watching you?
Thank you so much for everyone who has showered me with so much love, has supported me. Thank you so much. I cannot thank you guys enough. Thank you for seeing what I was going through. To the people who couldn't see what I was going through, I hope that now with this, you all know my side of the story, and I hope that you all put yourselves in my position and see what you guys would have done. Again, having said that, my actions were a little extreme. I'm sorry if I've disappointed the people who have given me love, and I'm sorry to the people who feel that I did something wrong, and I'm sorry if I disappointed all of you guys as well. But thank you so much for the love, because that far outweighs the hate, and I cannot thank you guys enough. I am who I am because of the love that you guys give me. Thank you so much. I am Zeeshan Khan, and you're watching me on India Forums.
What do you have to say about his eviction? Comment and tell us. Also, don't forget to subscribe to India Forums. Anchal Chaudhary, camera person Babaji, India Forums, Mumbai.